I spent over $25,000 to learn how to get clients and still had a month where I made $0, nada, nothing. But only 6 weeks later, I collected over $10,000 in cash and on top of it, over $12,000 in deals. And something I want you to really understand, here's the part that matters the most. What changed had almost nothing to do with getting better at coaching. And if you're a newer coach, especially, and the work feels heavier than it looks for everyone else, listen closely. Because you're not behind. You're actually early. And what I mean by that is, this is what you're probably feeling. This is what means you're putting in all of the work. Like you're making all of the effort, like taking in the long hours, or putting in the long hours. You're doing the things you'd rather do not right now. Like you're doing things like, do I need to take sales calls? And you're doing a lot of trial and error. But you're getting almost nothing back yet. Because as you can see, at the bottom, it's almost flat. And you might be putting in a lot of work, but getting nothing in return. And then with time, as you can see, how this graph works is that in the future, you will get a lot of results, the income, the freedom, while you can put in less work. How does that work? And the problem with this exact thing is that there's this hard stretch where most people fucking quit, where I see most people, old friends, where I see just most people quit in everything in life, especially when building a coaching business. I see it all the time, and I've almost quit so many times. And I've spent so much money, time, effort in programs, courses, mentorship to figure this fucking game out because it's tough. I know it. And this is the time where everyone quits, and you're probably there right now. And it's not because you're a bad coach that you quit and want to quit. It's because the gap is the widest when you start. And feeling behind is the normal cost of being early. And you just have to accept it. And something, if you want to see more of content like this, if you want to see me break down client getting game for coaches every single week, you want to learn how to actually build a profitable coaching business, subscribe real quick for me. Something that you might be looking at right now is like you want to be working maybe 4 hours a day or even just a few days a week. You don't want to take sales calls. You want to be traveling whenever you want, wherever you want, and just working a few hours a day. That's the destination. But you can only arrive there when you're at this stage in your business. And you're not there right now. And you may be looking at other coaches doing exactly that and thinking, maybe I can just copy them. But it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. And I'm not saying that you have to brute way yourself to success, that you need to put in a lot more work. You can lower this line, but that means the probability of you succeeding is lower. Because building a coaching business, building a business in general, is a probability games. And the things that matter the most is doing the right things in the right order and then doing more of that. But if you're putting in less work, thinking I can just work 4 hours a day and it will happen magically, you're in a tough spot to just accept the reality. Because you will have to front load the effort because it compounds with time. You gain more leverage with time because your experience is more, you have more money, you might have team members, learn how to leverage AI more, whatever it is. But you often have to put in a lot more effort and get so much less out of it. And something most people don't accept is that goals demands a sacrifice. And if you're choosing something, you have to eliminate the alternatives. And it's the same thing, like how most coaches succeed in the beginning, is choosing, for example, one niche, one offer, even one channel, and being ready to make those sacrifices in return. And that does not mean those sacrifices are endless, that you have to just, you're not stuck with the niche forever. You're not stuck with this offer forever. You're not stuck at working 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day forever. That can change. But it's easier to change it when you're at that point where you have the enough leverage, experience, perspective to be able to do it. And you might not be there right at this very moment. And the thing that matters the most while you're building a coaching business, and this is something I said to my client the other day, and he's more in the early stages, is that one lever that beats everything else is time in the game. You have to just have more time in the game. Just don't quit. Don't pivot. Don't keep switching niches. Because everything else is a multiplier on that. If you just pick one niche, one offer, and stay there, don't pivot, then time will be your friend. You'll gain more experience. Like, that's how you win, is you spend enough time in the game. And that means also enough time in one niche with one offer. Instead of building 3 different products for 3 different niches, you're probably going to fail. Just going to be honest. And there is this time, if you stay in it long enough, you will cross it. You will cross this threshold where the output overtakes the input. The reward gets more. And then it just keeps going, and you can put in less effort and get even more out of it. But you can't do it in the beginning. You have to be ready to do more things. Be ready to do more outreach, take more calls, do things that you don't want to be doing right now. But in the future, you can't stop doing it. But you have to be ready to do those things in the beginning and earn the ability to skip some of these things. Earn the right to maybe stop taking sales calls or stop doing outreach or whatever it is. But you have to earn it. You can't just, oh, I'm not going to do it, and just hope things work out. It's not going to work. So the most important factor I want you to take is stay in the game. If you do so, never give up, and just keep learning. You will succeed.